Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to share new jewelry design tutorials with you. Create a stunning triple-strand sun-beaded necklace with this easy step-by-step tutorial. Learn how to layer 3 radiant bead strands, connect them neatly with cones, and finish with a professional lobster clasp for a polished, elegant design perfect for beginners. Let's get started and begin creating this beautiful jewelry design together. For this project, we will need 3 different sizes of sand-textured beads, 10 meter, 6 meter, and 4 meter, creating depth, balance, and a beautifully layered look in the finished necklace. We also need a silver cone large enough to hold all 3 strands securely and create a clean, professional necklace finish. Definitely, we need cord end beads crimp connectors to securely finish the strands and create a strong necklace connection. Don't forget to use stainless steel nylon-coated beading wire for strength, flexibility, and long-lasting durability in this necklace design. Of course, jewelry pliers. It's optional to use a jewelry design board DIY beading tray, but it helps organize beads and plan necklace layouts easily. Using a bead board is optional, but it helps organize beads, plan necklace layouts easily, and accurately measure the necklace length according to your personal design preference. In the tray, separate the beads by size to stay organized. You can find these sandy textured beads online from jewelry supply stores, marketplaces, or craft websites. Place the beads starting with the largest in the center, then gradually add medium and small beads outward to create a smooth, balanced, and visually pleasing transition. For this project, I'm using the maximum length on the jewelry board to create a longer, well-balanced necklace design. Let's get started. First, cut the beading wire to about 20 inches, adding a few extra inches to allow space for the cone connection and secure closure. First, place a bead stopper at one end of the wire before stringing the beads. This prevents beads from sliding off and helps keep your design neat while working. String beads onto the first wire strand individually, following your planned layout. Start stringing the small beads from the top of the layout, following the planned pattern for a smooth, balanced transition. Work slowly, keep beads aligned, and check spacing regularly to maintain balance and a clean, professional look. Remember, we are working on the first strand only, so keep it separate and don't mix it with the other strands. Repeat adding the beads carefully, following the same pattern until the first strand reaches the desired length. Not to bore you, I'm going to quickly jump to the next step while keeping everything clear and easy to follow. We're almost done with the first strand. Just a few more beads to add before moving on to the next step. Once you finish stringing the beads, place another bead stopper on the opposite side of the strand to secure everything in place. Prepare the strand by carefully removing the bead stopper, keeping the beads in place and ready for the next finishing step. Use round nose pliers to hold the crimp securely, as its small size requires precision and careful handling while working. Insert the end of the cord into the crimp, hold it tightly, and secure it firmly before moving to the next step. Using round nose pliers, press one side of the folded crimp gently to begin closing it securely around the cord. Now finish by pressing the other side of the folded crimp firmly, ensuring it closes completely and holds the strand securely. Make sure the cord is tight and fully secured inside the crimp to prevent slipping and ensure a strong, durable connection. Using plier cutters, trim the excess cord close to the crimp loop carefully, keeping the finish neat without damaging the connection. Push all the beads down toward the folded crimp so they sit snugly together, then prepare to work on the other side of the strand. Move the other bead stopper closer to the beads to prepare the strand for adding and securing the next crimp. Repeat the same process by inserting the cord into the crimp, holding it securely with pliers, and preparing it carefully for folding and tightening in the next steps. Push the crimp all the way toward the beads to tighten the strand securely and create a neat, professional finish. With round nose pliers, press one side of the folding crimp carefully to begin securing it firmly around the cord. Finish the other fold of the crimp using pliers, making sure it closes evenly and holds the strand securely in place. Using plier cutters, trim the excess cord close to the crimp loop carefully. Now let's work on the second strand by cutting the cord slightly longer than the first, allowing extra length for layering and creating a beautiful graduated necklace design. Place a bead stopper on the end of the cord to prevent beads from sliding off while you work. Start stringing the beads onto the second strand, following the same pattern while adjusting the length slightly for layering. Start with the small beads at the top of the board, following the layout to maintain balance and a smooth design flow. Keep adding the beads steadily, following the layout pattern to maintain consistency and a balanced, polished look. Place the bead stopper to secure the beads in place, preventing movement while you prepare for the crimping step. We are going to repeat the same process by inserting the cord into the crimp. Holding it firmly with pliers, folding it carefully and securing it tightly to create a clean, professional strand finish. Work on both sides of the strand, repeating the same crimping steps to ensure a secure and evenly finished necklace strand. Cut the excess cord from the second strand carefully, trimming close to the crimp to keep the finish neat and secure. Your second strand is finished. Now let's move on to creating the third and final strand of the necklace. Cut the cord for the third strand, leaving extra length to allow comfortable stringing, crimping, and a secure final finish. As we did with the previous strands, place a bead stopper on the cord to keep the beads secure while working. Start from the top of the board and string the beads carefully, following the planned layout for a balanced necklace design. The last strand should be easy to complete, since these are the final beads already placed on the board layout. You get the point, so I'm speeding up these steps while keeping the process clear and easy to follow. Prepare the strand by carefully removing the bead stopper, keeping the beads in place and ready for the next finishing step. Insert the end of the cord into the crimp, hold it tightly with pliers, and secure it firmly before moving to the next step. Using round nose pliers, press one side of the folded crimp gently to begin closing it securely around the cord. Push the crimp all the way toward the beads to tighten the strand securely and create a neat, professional finish. Cut the excess cord from the third strand carefully, trimming close to the crimp to keep the finish neat, clean, and secure. Move to the other side of the strand and repeat the same process by inserting the cord into the crimp, holding it securely, and preparing it for folding and tightening. Cut the excess cord from the third and last crimp carefully, trimming close to the crimp to ensure a neat, clean, and secure professional finish. Now we've finished all three strands. Let's get ready to assemble them together, organize the ends neatly, and prepare for attaching the cones and closure. Lay your strands flat on the work surface to keep them aligned and make the assembly process easier and more organized. We will need flexible silver wire so it's easier to work with and allows smooth, stress-free assembly of the strands. Get 22-gauge silver wire and cut about 6 inches. Insert it through the third strand crimp loop, then the second, and finally the first strand crimp loop. Now we are going to make a loop that holds all 3 strands together securely and keeps them neatly aligned. Use round nose pliers to form a loop by twisting the wire smoothly around the plier tip. Keep the loop snug and secure, ensuring all 3 strands are held together firmly before proceeding. You can use round nose pliers or even your fingers to twist the wire and form the loop, as long as it's secure and holds all 3 strands together properly. The loop doesn't have to be perfect, since it will be hidden inside the cone, but make sure it is strong and securely holds all 3 strands together. Cut the excess wire using pliers, trimming close to the loop to keep the finish neat, secure. Insert the wire loop into the cone, making sure all strand ends and beads sit snugly and firmly inside the cone for a clean, polished finish. Now let's make the final loop on top of the cone to prepare for attaching the necklace closure. Using round nose pliers, twist the wire a couple of times above the cone to form a strong loop that will securely hold the necklace closure. Hold the pliers firmly with one hand. With the other hand, use your finger to twist the wire smoothly, forming a secure loop above the cone without bending or weakening the wire. Cut the excess wire using pliers, trimming close to the loop to keep the finish neat, secure, and professional looking. Use nose pliers to tuck in any sharp excess wire, ensuring a smooth, safe, and comfortable finish. Once we finish one side, let's move to the other side and repeat the same process to securely assemble and finish the necklace evenly. Cut a 6-inch length of silver wire, making sure it's straight and ready for assembling the remaining side of the necklace. Insert the wire through the 3 crimp loops of the strands, making sure all strands are aligned evenly before forming the loop and securing them together. Now, we are going to make a loop that securely holds all 3 strands together, keeping them neatly aligned and ready to be hidden inside the cone for a clean finish. Use round nose pliers to form a loop by twisting the wire smoothly around the plier tip. Keep the loop snug and secure, ensuring all 3 strands are held together firmly before proceeding. Cut the excess wire carefully, trimming close to the loop. Insert the wire loop into the cone, making sure all strand ends and beads sit snugly and firmly inside the cone for a clean, polished finish. Use round nose pliers to form a loop by twisting the wire smoothly around the plier tip. Keep the loop snug and secure, ensuring all 3 strands are held together firmly before proceeding. Cut the excess wire carefully, trimming close to the loop to keep the connection neat, secure. Our necklace is almost put together. For the last step, open a jump ring using the twist method. Insert it into the loop on top of the cone. Add the lobster clasp to the jump ring, then close it tightly to ensure a secure and professional necklace closure. Check for any gaps or loose connections. For the last step, open another jump ring, insert it into the loop on the other cone, add the extension chain, then close the jump ring securely to complete the necklace. I like to use a different textured chain for a chic look, as it adds contrast, visual interest, and a stylish finishing touch to the overall necklace design. Your necklace is ready to wear. I hope you love the final result and enjoy styling this beautiful handmade piece. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your time and hope this tutorial inspired your next beautiful jewelry creation.